So, what's the real difference between the pros who make a living from betting and, well, everyone else? I'll give you a hint. It has nothing to do with a magic crystal ball. It all comes down to one thing: bankroll management. This is how you stop just gambling and start making calculated investments. Let's get into it.
Here's our game plan. First, we're going to dig into why most bettors go broke. Then, I'll let you in on the big secret that keeps the pros in the game. We'll even play with a tool that puts your strategy on autopilot. Check out a few other pro-level plans, and finally, lock in that winning mindset for good.
All right, let's dive right in with the tough stuff. Before we can build you up, we have to break down why so many betting accounts just evaporate. It's a little painful, I know, but trust me, it's a super important first step.
Yeah, I think we've all been there, right? You hit a nice little winning streak, you start feeling like a genius, and then poof, the balance is gone. It's a seriously frustrating cycle. But the good news, it's totally breakable. The problem usually isn't bad luck, it's a bad system.
This slide really lays it all out. It's like the two different paths you can take. Over on the left, that's the emotional gambler. They're all about chasing losses, betting on gut feelings, basically a recipe for disaster. But on the right, that's the strategic investor. They're all about strict discipline, staking plans, and protecting their capital. Our mission today is to get you firmly planted on the right side of this screen.
Okay, enough about what goes wrong. Let's talk about how to make it go right. This is the big idea, the core concept that's going to flip the script and put you in the driver's seat.
And here it is, bankroll management. Look, this isn't some friendly suggestion. It's an absolutely vital skill set. It's about taking the guesswork out of the equation. You're not just throwing money at a bet and hoping. You're following a system that tells you exactly how much to stake, so you can ride out the cold streaks and be there to profit from the hot ones. It's your financial armor.
So, what's a good place to start? For anybody new to this, or even for seasoned bettors who like to play it safe, this number is the golden rule. Never, ever risk more than 2% of your total bankroll on a single bet. That's it. This one simple rule acts like a shield. It protects you from getting wiped out by one unlucky result and keeps you in the game long enough for your edge to actually show itself. It lets you survive those inevitable swings.
And think about your starting bankroll like a shock absorber for your car. The bigger it is, the smoother the ride. A tiny bankroll can get busted by just a short run of bad luck, but a bigger one can handle the bumps in the road. Now, if you are looking for a way to get a bigger cushion right from the start, a great place to find a list of the best betting sites in your country with a 300% bonus is to just search for betplace.us in your browser. It can make a huge difference.
Now, that 2% rule is a fantastic starting point, but what if you want a plan that's a bit more dynamic, a plan built around a specific goal? Well, that's where some cool tools can come in to basically automate your discipline. Let's check out a bankroll calculator. Using a tool like this is honestly super easy. You just plug in a few numbers, where you're starting from, the kind of odds you usually bet on, what your end goal is, and really importantly, how many losses in a row you can handle before you tap out. You hit calculate and boom, it does all the heavy lifting for you and gives you a step-by-step roadmap. And this is where it gets really exciting. Check out this example. Let's say you start with $100 and your goal is to turn it into $1,000, betting on even money shots. You tell the calculator, hey, I can't lose more than 5 times in a row. And what does it spit out? A 137 bet plan with a, get this, 96.88% probability of success. I mean, come on, this thing turns a wish into a data-driven strategy. So let's see what this looks like in action. Look at that stake column. See how it's not the same every time? It starts out really small, just 175. The stakes actually change and adjust based on whether you win or lose. This is a progressive plan designed to claw back losses and push you toward your goal, but it's all happening within those safe limits you already set. It's pretty cool to see it laid out like this.
Of course, having a killer plan is one thing, but you need a solid place to actually put it to work. That's where finding the right platform is so important. If you're looking for a list of the best betting sites in your country, especially ones that give you a 300% bonus to beef up that starting bankroll, just search for betplace.us in your browser. It's a great resource to compare your options.
That calculator method is awesome, no doubt about it. But hey, it's not the only way to do things. Let's look at a couple of other popular staking plans that the pros are using every single day.
First up, we've got the classic, the most straightforward approach out there: level staking. You might also hear it called flat betting.
The beauty of level staking is just how simple it is. You bet the exact same amount, let's say 1% of your bankroll on every single bet. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, that stake stays the same. This totally removes emotion from the equation. Then, maybe once a month, you can recalculate that 1% based on your new total bankroll to slowly and safely grow your bets.
All right, next up is a slightly more advanced method, one that a lot of pros really love. It's called unit staking.
So here's the deal with this one. You decide that 1 unit is a percentage of your bankroll, like 1%. Then, for each bet, you wager between 1 and 10 units depending on how confident you are. A normal bet might be 3 units. A bet you absolutely love might be a 9 or 10 unit play. It gives you a lot of flexibility, but, and this is a big but, it takes serious discipline. It's way too easy to convince yourself that every bet is a 10-unit can't-miss lock.
Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. The why, the what, and the how, so let's bring it all home by talking about the mindset, the mental game you've got to adopt to make any of this stuff work for you long term.
I absolutely love this quote because it just nails it. Building a bankroll is not a get-rich-quick thing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Real success comes from applying your strategy over and over again, through hundreds of bets, not from one lucky shot in the dark. Patience is your superpower here.
So if you remember nothing else, remember these 4 rules. 1. Stick to your plan, no exceptions. 2. Never ever chase your losses. That's a one-way ticket to zero. 3. Settle one bet before you even think about the next one. It keeps you focused. And 4, this one is huge. If you lose a couple in a row, just walk away, take a break, clear your head, and come back fresh.
And really, that's the question you have to ask yourself. Are you ready to stop being a gambler and start being an investor? Because when you use these principles, you're not just hoping to get lucky anymore. You are strategically managing your money. If you're ready to make that shift, then finding the right place to get started is crucial. And remember, you can find a great list of the best betting sites in your country, many with a 300% bonus, by searching for betplace.us in your browser. Thanks for tuning in, and good luck out there.